Bowser is one of the most beloved parts of any Mario game. He's a threatening villain with a small cool factor that also manages to be hilarious and adorable in almost every iteration, while simultaneously being one of the most sympathetic and fleshed out characters in his universe. But doesn't that seem kinda strange? It seems weird for Nintendo to want to make you feel bad for this dragon turtle being that continuously kidnaps Princess Peach and forces her to marry him, but I think the reason it works is because Bowser writes a fine line of being evil but also being kind of pitiable. Like, this ain't no Heinz Doofenshmirtz where he's a villain that's bad at being evil because he's secretly a nice guy or something. No, Bowser is a bona fide prime cut bad guy. But at the same time, he is also not some sadistic bloodthirsty monster who enjoys making the heroes suffer. Usually the appeal of evil sadistic villains comes from how they challenge our heroes or their charisma and their unapologetic desire to spread misery to others. We know that what they're doing is bad, but their passion is so contagious that we kind of want them to succeed.
Now shall you deal with me, O Prince, and all the powers of hell!
Yeah, go get him. In short, we hate what these characters are doing, but we also love to see them do it. But in the case of Bowser, I feel like he's kind of the opposite. Bowser's one and only motivation through all of his iterations is his love for Peach. Why is this monster interested in a human woman? I don't know. What's his endgame with it? His plan literally begins and ends with capturing and marrying Peach. It doesn't really make any sense. And this is kind of adorable. It's really cute to see him express his passion and obsession over this person that hates him, but the lengths he's willing to go to make this happen, while almost admirable, are also kind of embarrassing. My man's got all of his riz in one place, and it always blows up in his face, and that's kinda sad. Every time we see him do this again and again, we feel bad because we know he's going to fail. Kinda like watching Wile E. Coyote try to get the Roadrunner by painting the wall to look like a bridge. We just know it's going to be bad. But Bowser never learns. He makes the same mistake over and over again, and every time we feel sorry for him. But shouldn't his actions be kind of unforgivable? Well, not really, because when Bowser does this whole song and dance in every game, by the end of the journey it's all reverted back to normal. There are never really any consequences or deep losses inflicted by his actions, and like I mentioned in the review of the Mario movie, I don't think he has ever killed anybody on or off screen. So while his actions may definitely be unsavory, it feels kind of difficult to really call him dangerous. His repeated losses have become almost a joke in-universe. The in-game characters are more tired of him than they are threatened, and this kind of creates a divide between how the audience sees the character and how the characters behave around him. Don't you ever think it's weird that when the in-game characters refer to Bowser, they're always like, kill that guy, he's worse than Hitler, I hope he dies. Like, damn man, he's not that evil. Like, kidnapping's bad and all, but it's not like he wants to destroy the universe or something. Like, yeah, he'll usually wreck up shop when stealing things, but he never seems like he wants to see others suffer out of a sociopathic desire. And this divide is only furthered when we see him in the spin-off content. Cause see, I think there's two sides to Bowser. The funny Bowser and the scary Bowser. Scary Bowser is what Nintendo wants to present the most. That's how he is in the mainline games, Smash Bros, and the movie. Here he can be as evil as he wants, be super antagonistic and engage in many nefarious schemes, but most importantly, be genuinely threatening. But in the spin-off content, Bowser isn't going after Princess Peach, he's off the clock. Usually there's another evil villain in these games that genuinely challenges our heroes. This puts into perspective that Bowser isn't really that bad comparatively. These are real evil people that want to destroy everything the characters love. And Bowser is usually against that, and since Bowser becomes the enemy of our enemy, then he becomes our ally. This is the best type of Bowser. Scary Bowser can be nice and intimidating, but he strangely gets very few scenes interacting with Mario, or on his own for that matter. But here we can see Bowser in his own time. After all, Bowser does have one biological son and 7 adopted Koopalings that he loves and cares for. So seeing scenes where Bowser tells Bowser Jr. to do his homework and take out the trash let us see that he's capable of being nice and loving to others. His relationship with Junior is genuinely wholesome, and I feel like Nintendo games don't focus enough on it. It lets us see a new side of his life outside of kidnapping Peach. Cause at the end of the day, Bowser's conflict with Mario is a very personal one. He's not really looking for trouble with other people, so when he accidentally hurts others, he'll sometimes even go as far as to want to make them feel better. Like when he pulled out that family's giant carrot and then was forced to eat it in 30 seconds. But this especially shows when he has Mario join the Koopa squad. It takes skill to write a villain team up with the heroes where the villain is still able to keep their charm. So I think it's great that Bowser can still retain his tough guy antagonistic attitude when dealing with Mario. All of his boasting and overconfidence are an excellent setup so that he can then get humiliated by random things. But at the same time can be a good payoff when he can rise above a challenge and do something nice for others. Because at the end of the day, I think people want to see Bowser doing good things. This character is always losing because of his own stupidity. So seeing him actually be nice and then be happy afterwards is kind of satisfying and cathartic. That's why that parental controls video has so many views, because it's nice to see this character that's always taking L's being a nice person to his son. We like to see his personality in full display, but we're also kind of disappointed when he does bad things that lead to him getting punished by Mario. And by punished, I mean like he gets punished severely. He always gets such an insane amount of pain and torture and hate at the end of every game. Clearly done on purpose by Nintendo to kind of make you pity him, even though they would never admit it. And it's this way of thinking that kind of makes us feel bad for him. There's a cruel irony to the fact that Bowser really loves Peach when she absolutely hates him, because he genuinely loves her, like he actually tries to make her happy. But unfortunately, he's too socially inept to realize that he's making her miserable. He's too caught up on this delusion that the only thing standing in his way is Mario, and fails to realize that in a way he is his own worst enemy. And that makes you wonder, would things be different if he was just a little more competent? What was it that made him grow up to be so messed up? And it's especially sad because we know that Nintendo will never really give him a good redemption arc, because they need him to be the villain forever. That's why even when he's being casual, they'll usually make horrible things happen to him, and why the other Mario characters are usually really mean to him. Like, I know he's the bad guy and all, but damn, you guys don't have to treat him like that. But at the same time, I don't think we really want him to be redeemed, because it's great to fight him in every game and it's great to beat him. His bad guy attitude is what makes him so much fun. So if he lost that, then he wouldn't really be Bowser anymore. So Nintendo, you better do my boy right, because if he's gonna be the bad guy forever, then you better give him some good scenes with all of the characters. Don't do that thing where he gets possessed by some other villain and then is just absent for the entire game. And if you're gonna make him a psychopath in the movies, then you better give him way more scenes with Mario in the sequel. That's all I got for this video. Goodbye!